I live in Singapore. I wanted to know more about Singapore.
By joining FOM, it's not only about Singapore, but we can also study about, the region.
With FOM, I'm really getting a big look at the world around, and I think that's important for me, and I love it.
It brings all of the culture that enters here, the local culture, the foreign culture that comes through from the exhibits to life, and it makes it much more accessible.
And it also gives you access to other people you would never meet otherwise, and learn about things that you would never learn about otherwise as well. So it's a very enriching experience, and also socially very fulfilling.
Since 1978, the Friends of the Museums, or FOM to her friends, has offered guiding services and financial support to the museums of Singapore. We provide a broad range of programs and activities to FOM members and the community at large to enhance their understanding and appreciation of the history, people, culture, and the arts of Asia. Service to Singapore's museums is at the core of FOM's mission, and each year we provide many opportunities to deepen this support of the museum community. FOM provides docents to the museums through its docent training programs at the Asian Civilizations Museum, the National Museum of Singapore, the Singapore Art Museum, the Peranakan Museum, the Singapore Tyler Print Institute, and the Sun Yat-sen Nanyang Memorial Hall. No doubt that this list will expand as Singapore's museum landscape grows. FOM's activities educate and engage new arrivals to Singapore, as well as Singapore citizens and long-term residents. For the newly arrived, Field Studies Singapore and Explore Singapore provide opportunities to meet like-minded individuals while discovering the hidden treasures of this island nation.
Field Studies Singapore is a small group of people, about a dozen of us, and we meet once a week and we just go and explore different parts of Singapore. And I think it's parts that you wouldn't ordinarily see. You get to see things through a totally different perspective. Somebody has organised a tour just for our small group, and usually they get unique access to a place.
The unique thing about Explore Singapore is we offer everybody an opportunity to see a quick snapshot of things that are happening in Singapore, whether it's cultural, whether it's historical, or maybe something in the 21st century. The Explore Singapore activities are very varied. We go and see buildings. We've been to the Parliament building, we've been to the Supreme Court, we've been to Changi Airport. We go on lots of walks around Singapore, so we've been to the wet market, various things like that. Anything that is of interest to anybody in Singapore.
FOM Super Saturday is a program that allows our working members and spouses to both socialize and learn more about Singapore and Asia. Among theater events, painting classes for kids, and historical walking tours, there is something for everyone.
Well, Super Saturdays is how we refer to our weekend programming. At least once or twice a month, we will offer a lecture or a course, perhaps. Well, the city tours are very popular. We've done walking tours of Joo Chiat and Chinatown, Little India. It really makes you see the city quite differently.
Study groups provide opportunities to explore one topic in depth with other like-minded individuals.
Study group offers the great opportunity to learn more in depth and to study more about Asia, any topic related to Asia, from religion to women to architecture or spices. You get to hone your research skills, your presentation skills, and people, especially non-English speakers, native speakers, have told me that it's been very helpful for them to be able to start off making presentations in this small environment and gaining a lot of confidence because of that.
Those members interested in more in-depth research into textiles have benefited from our Textile Enthusiasts group.
Well, this consists of a group of FOM members who are interested in all aspects of textiles, like weaving, motifs, and then the embroideries. It includes fashion, jewelry as well.
As a group, it's a more fun way of learning through the journey of textiles.
We have been getting speakers to speak on various aspects of textiles, whether it's the Indian textiles or the batik.
Another exciting one is the drinks and dresses, where we get to dress up, wear genuine traditional costumes, and enjoy food and drinks as a group.
Asian book lovers have found a home within FOM with a book group that suits every individual taste, be it fiction or nonfiction.
Well, book groups at FOM offer intellectual stimulation. If you like to read books, you want to talk to someone about it. And it offers a perfect opportunity for you to meet people like-minded who you get to know very well. Even if we don't finish the book by the end of the month, we look forward to being there and talking to our friends about it.
Those who have a passion for film or would like to know more about Asian cinema can indulge in our film groups.
One of the film clubs is a more structured club that analyzes Asian film via directors. So they would take directors like Q. Kurosawa or Satyajit Ray and look at the films in a rather structured way. And there's a second film club, and that runs more like the book clubs. It's a little bit more informal. People view the film separately and then they get together to have a discussion. And generally the films tend to be non-English speaking films, though from time to time we would pick up a offbeat English language film as well. I think that we have a very interesting and diverse group of people that are members of the FOM. They're joined together less by their nationalities and more traditional definitions, and they're joined together much more by their interests and their passion. And I think that is very much reflected in the film club.
The Study Tours program offers members seeking to visit the historical and cultural sites of the Asian region with opportunities for international travel.
The greatest part about the FOM study tour was not only going to the place, but was to be able to experience this trip to Bujang Valley with an expert in the field. I just found that you got so much more out of being there on so many different levels that it makes the trip and brings the experience to life for you in ways that you couldn't possibly do on your own unless you spent an enormous amount of time studying the topic before you went.
FOM members come together each week at the popular Monday morning lectures. These one-hour talks given by FOM members, visiting experts, or knowledgeable enthusiasts offer many people their first introduction to FOM. Yet long-time members keep coming back, not only for the diverse range of lecture topics, but for the opportunity to meet friends both old and new. Friday evening lectures offer the same on a monthly basis. Passage Magazine brings FOM members insight into Asian cultures, information about museums in Singapore and elsewhere, and updates on our volunteers and their many activities. The magazine provides yet another avenue for FOM members to share their passions with the wider community. The most striking feature of FOM is that the society is run completely by volunteers. Whether it is guiding visitors in Singapore's museums, or leading walking tours, or running an activity group, the spirit of volunteerism runs deep within the Friends of the Museums. The Friends of the Museums continues to seek to be indispensable to the museums it serves and to the members who join us and support the organization.
You'll be surprised, many people who come here are very appreciative of how the Singapore story is told.
I have proper conversations about history, politics, the world, the arts. I don't have to sit down and think, what am I going to do today? Because I know there's always somebody out there who will want to do a similar thing to me.